user management API. This is used to create the user account. For the caseworker, account can be created by using user management API. For testing purpose, what we have done is, for every API, we have used embedded database. For every API, we have used embedded database, that is the H2DB. Then after, we have developed one AR API. We have developed one AR API. AR API, that is nothing but application registration API. Application registration API is also using H2 database. Application registration is also using H2DB. Here, application registration API is communicating with one third-party API which is called SSA Web API, that is running in the Heroku Cloud. This is a federal government project. SSA Web API is available. SSA Web API is available. Now, this user management is talking to H2. AR module is also talking to H2. And we have developed one API called DC API. DC API, it is going to store the data into H2 tables. Currently, for testing purpose, we have done. For testing purpose, we have done DC API also communicating with H2DB. H2DB. Similarly, now we have developed one more API called ED API. We have developed one more API called ED API. This ED API is also communicating with the H2 database only. ED API is also communicating with the H2 database. Sir, why we have used this H2 database here? For development purpose. Just for development purpose, I have used this H2DB. Whether our logic is working as expected or not. In order to test that functionality, in order to test our code, we communicated with the H2 database. We are communicating with the H2 database. Okay, but now if you want to execute the complete project, now I'm going to remove this H2 database. I'm going to remove this H2 database. Guys, here for all these APIs, H2 database is available. I'm going to remove that H2 database. I want to create one cloud database. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take AWS cloud. In that AWS cloud, I'm going to set up RDS. We know already what is AWS cloud, how to work with AWS cloud services. In this cloud services, in this AWS cloud, there is a service called RDS service is available. In this RDS service, I'm going to use the MySQL database. I'm going to take one MySQL database. So what are the changes? What are the changes we need to make? What are the changes we need to make for this? Already we have developed one more API called Reports API. Also we have developed, that is our third mini project. Dynamic search we have implemented. Reports API also we have implemented as a third mini project. Okay, right. Now here I'm going to create one MySQL database in the AWS cloud. I'm going to create one MySQL database in the AWS cloud. What are the changes I need to make? User management API will communicate with this MySQL database. AR API will communicate with this MySQL database. DC API will communicate with this MySQL database. ED API will communicate with this MySQL database. Reports API also will communicate with this MySQL database. Now tell me, here my databases are different, my databases are same, my databases are different, or my databases are same? Come on guys, databases are different or databases are same? Databases are same. Now in order to do this, what we need to do now? Do I need to change my code, or I just need to change the data source properties in the YML file? Do I need to change the source code, or I need to change just the properties of the database? Guys, tell me, do I need to change the source code, or I need to change only data source properties? I just need to change only data source properties in the YML. Now here for testing at the time of doing the development, we have used H2 because several times we are going to interact at the time of the development. It is going to increase the cost. That's the reason I have used this H2. Now our APIs are completed. User management API we completed. That is used to create the user account, login, forgot password, unlock the account. Caseworker accounts will be created by using this user management API. Who will use this user management API? Admin will use the user management API in order to login. Once admin login, he will use this user management functionality to create the account for the caseworker. Then once the caseworker account is created, caseworker can log in into the application by using this AR API. Caseworker can register the citizen. When the caseworker trying to register the citizen by using the AR API will communicate with the SSA web API to verify the citizen identity. If citizen is really belongs to this New Jersey state, then that citizen application will be registered. That registration will be stored in the database. Okay. Once the registration is completed, then then the data collection is going to start. Once the data collection is completed, then that data will be stored into database table. Then after ED API is going to execute. That we discussed from the last 2-3 days. We are discussing on the ED API. Once the ED API is completed, this ED API will take the case number as the input. Then ED API will determine the eligibility by retrieving the citizen data from the database table. Okay. DC API storing the data into database table. ED API will retrieve the data, will execute the business conditions. Once the ED API perform the eligibility determination, ED API will insert the data into eligibility details table and CO triggers table that we discussed in the last session. Then reports API will be available. What is the purpose of the reports API? Reports API will communicate with the eligibility details table, will display how many plans are approved, how many plans are denied. That data we can retrieve, we can generate the report in the Excel format, we can generate the report in the PDF format. That logic already we have implemented in the third mini project. Guys, are you getting the picture what we have implemented as of now? Are we getting the picture what we have implemented as of now? Are you getting the picture of what we have implemented as of now? If you guys complete all these APIs, user management API, AR API, DC API, reports API, ED API, then we can set up, I will set up all these APIs in my local. Then I will use this cloud database. I already explained you how to create the cloud database. You need to create the cloud database and you need to configure the cloud data source properties. Guys, as of now, in our project YML, in our project properties file, we configured H2 database. So H2 dependency available. Now in the cloud, we are going to use MySQL, right? In the cloud, we are going to use MySQL. So we need to add MySQL connector in the form.xml. For all these APIs, we need to add MySQL connector. Then that MySQL data source properties you need to add in the YML file. Then our APIs will be ready. Then we can communicate with our project. Backend part we are trying to complete. Once all these things are ready, with this cloud data, when the cloud database is available, then I am going to tell you one more API which is called correspondence API. CO module I will discuss. In order to explain you CO module, we need to have the cloud database with all the data ready. Without having the data ready, I can't explain you CO module. That is the reason first I am not explaining the CO module. First we are going to set up the cloud database. We are going to interact with the database by using all these APIs which we have developed. Once these backend APIs are ready with the cloud database, then we will talk about correspondence module. Correspondence module is very important. I will tell you how to use multi-threading in the real time in the correspondence module. Multi-threading use case. Where I have implemented multi-threading in the correspondence module, I will explain. But before going to work with the correspondence module, first we need to set up the cloud database. All our APIs should communicate with the cloud database. That is the task I want you people to perform today. If you are ready with all these APIs with the cloud database, then we are good to start with our correspondence module. Are you clear with my point? We have developed APIs. As of now, our APIs are communicating with the H2 database. H2 is a in-memory database. Whenever you restart the application, the data will be deleted. Now here, whatever the data created by the DC API, that data I need to access in the ED API. Whatever the data ED API is created, I need to access the data in the reports API. Whatever the data which is created by the DC API, that DC API data I want to access in the ED API. Whatever the data created by the ED API, I want to access the data in the reports API. So all these APIs should interact with the single database, then only we can develop this project. Otherwise it is not possible. So that's why I want one centralized database for our application. That centralized database we want to create by using AWS cloud. AWS free tier accounts we have created. We spent almost 2 weeks of time to understand the AWS. We spent almost 2 weeks of time to understand the AWS. Now I want everybody to set up the AWS database today, and I want your APIs to communicate with the AWS database, and your data should be inserted into AWS database. Your data should be inserted into AWS database. Okay, once your data is inserted in the AWS database, then we can develop our correspondence module. So before going to do that correspondence modules development, can you guys do this? Can you guys do this for today? Can you guys do this for today? Can you guys do this for today? What are the changes that you need to do? Yeah, you need to use RDS data source properties in the every API we have developed. We need to use RDS data source properties in every API we have developed. We need to add MySQL connector. We need to add the MySQL connector there. Okay. First step, create MySQL DB in AWS cloud. Configure create MySQL DB in AWS cloud using RDS service. Configure MySQL DB properties. Configure MySQL DB properties in every API. In every API application.yml file. Add MySQL connector dependency. Add MySQL connector dependency in every API form.xml file. What are the APIs we are good? We are good with user management API. We are good with user management API. We are good with AR API. We are good with AR API. We are good with DC API. We are good with ED API. We are good with reports API. Good with reports API. For all these APIs, I want you people to configure RDS data source properties, and I want to configure MySQL connector dependency in below APIs YML files. Configure MySQL DB properties in below APIs application.yml file. Add MySQL connector dependency in below APIs form.xml file. After this, test the functionality. Test all the APIs functionality using Swagger. Test all the APIs functionality using Swagger. Test all the APIs functionality using Swagger. Are you guys able to follow this? Are you guys able to follow this? Once you guys done this DB setup, then guys, one more thing you need to do, enable auto DDL property, because if the tables are not available, table should be created. Note, configure auto DDL, configure auto DDL property with update. Tables will be created dynamically. Tables will be created dynamically. Tables will be created dynamically. After that, insert static tables data in cloud database. Earlier we used H2, right? H2 database, we used data.sql file. For user management API, we need the static tables data. Insert static tables data in the cloud database. Insert static tables data in the cloud database. Insert static tables data in the cloud database. Are you clear with my point? Are you clear with my point? Insert static tables data in the cloud database. What are the static tables we are using in the user management API? What are the static tables data we are using in the user management API? Do you know what are the static tables we are using? Country, city, state tables data is available, right? We need to insert that data. We need to insert the static tables data in cloud database. Okay, so these 4 APIs we are good. These 4 APIs, these 5 APIs we are good, we have implemented. Now for these 5 APIs, we need to configure cloud database properties in the YML file. MySQL connector dependency we need to add in the form.xml, and we need to configure auto DDL property with update option. Table will be created dynamically. If you add this auto DDL property with update option, then tables will be created dynamically. Once your tables are created, then insert static tables data in the cloud database for user management API. Once all these steps are completed, you run all the APIs, in the local, test the run all these 5 APIs in the local, run all the above APIs in our local, run all the above APIs in our local. They are having Swagger. All the APIs are having Swagger. They are having Swagger UI. Test all the APIs functionality using Swagger UI. Test all the APIs functionality using Swagger UI. So with this, we will be good with our 5 backend APIs. With this, we will be good with our 5 backend APIs. If these 5 backend APIs are working successfully, if the data is inserting into the cloud database, then we can talk about correspondence module. Then we can talk about correspondence module. Before going to start the correspondence module, I want you guys to work on this task, today's work for 19 JRTP students. We are making our backend application ready. Whatever the backend APIs we have created, we are going to keep them ready. We are going to keep them ready to test it. Yesterday somebody sent me a message. Please develop ED API in the live class. So who is that guy? So if you have any problem, definitely I will help you, sir. What is the problem that you are facing to develop? Mohit Kare. Hi Mohit. Can you unmute your mic?
Hello.
Yeah, hi Mohit.
Hello sir. Good morning.
Very good morning. Sir, did you develop that ED module?
No sir.
What is the problem?
Actually sir कुछ केस में सर इश्यूज आ रहे थे तो इतना एक्चुअली अभी सर ऑफिस के वर्क के कारण टाइम नहीं मिल पाया.
एक मिनट 1 minute.
పండు వీట్రా ఎందుకు వెళ్ళి మొహం కడుకో టిఫిన్ చిన్నప్పుడు వెళ్ళి దిగిన వెళ్ళి కడిగేసుకున్నాం చెప్తున్నా మళ్ళీ
Hi Mohit, tell me now.
हाँ सर एक्चुअली सर एडी मॉड्यूल अभी डेवलप नहीं कर पाया.
क्यों?
एक्चुअली सर कुछ केसेस में डाउट थे और थोड़ा लाइक ऑफिस का वर्क भी था इसलिए अभी सर टाइम नहीं मिल पाया.
ठीक है. Fine. So can you ask what are your doubts so that I can clarify now? Can you share your screen?
एक्चुअली सर अभी तो मैं मोबाइल से ज्वाइन किया हुआ.
So please join from the laptop and ask your doubts. I will tell you, because people are able to develop, you are not able to develop. So I want to see what is the problem you are facing. I want to resolve your problem, because you asked me to develop in the live. So even if I develop it or if somebody develop it, there is no difference, right? I gave you the requirement clearly. I asked the people to develop. They have taken 2 to 3 days of time, and yesterday they completed some partial part. I think today they might have completed it. I will check it. Okay. So if I have developed 3 APIs now. I have developed AR API also. I have developed. If you see here, user management API I have developed. Cloud operations I have completed. AR API I have developed it. If I develop PD API also, there is nothing different. Same thing. But when you will develop on your own, that is the problem. Are you getting my point? If you want me to develop within 1 hour, I can complete. There is no difficult for that. There is no difficulty in that. I can do it. The thing is, I want the people to do on their own. That is the reason I am giving this a task. Now also, if you want me to develop, I will spend 1 hour extra. That is not a problem for me. But there is no benefit for you if I do that coding in the live. Everything, if I develop in the session, people will feel everything is easy. When the people will realize the coding is difficult, if they do the things on their own, then they will understand the functionality, then they will understand the problems they are going to face. That is the reason I have given this task. Understand my point? You are saying that you don't have a time to develop, then what can I do? You need to find out some time in your daily schedule. You need to figure out some time, 1 hour or 2 hours, then you need to work on it. When you start the coding, then you will face some problem. Then if you ask that, then I will tell you how to solve that problem. Without you are trying, if I develop 100 APIs like this, still you will not get the confidence. That is sure. If I develop 100 APIs also in the live class, there is no use for you. Unless you don't do it, there is no benefit for you. That is the intention. Okay. Am I rushing to complete the course? I'm not doing everything. I'm not giving as an assignment. One day AR, one day ED, one day DC, one day report. I'm not doing like that. I'm not doing to complete this. I'm explaining the requirement. I am checking the people assignment. I am telling the doubts also, and I am giving the time for development also. Still, if you are not doing, if you don't have your time, then that is your problem. And some people are asking for the code. As I have enabled the Telegram chat, some people asking the other people to share the source code. What is this, guys? You are not doing any LKG course or first class here. You are doing a technical course. You joined here for a real-time project. I am giving the requirement. I am telling you how to do it. I am clarifying your doubts. I am checking the assignment. Still you are messaging to other people to share the source code. I don't need to tell the names. Who asked it? Whom you asked? You know that. If you asked it, you know that. You are behaving like a kids. Tomorrow when you join in the company, your team lead will give you task. Can you ask your manager to share the source code? Are you going to do that in the company? Will you ask your manager to share the source code? Everybody will have a new requirement. Sharing the source code will not help you. You are blaming yourself. You are cheating yourself. If you ask someone to share the source code, you are cheating yourself. You are cheating. Everybody is busy. Everybody is busy. Nobody will help you. Everybody is busy. Nobody will help you. Don't feel bad if the people are not replying in the Telegram. They may have their personal work. Most of the people are working in our batch. They will not have the time to reply to your messages. That is the reason I am taking your doubts in the class. When you say that you are having a problem, I am giving the permission to share your screen. I am telling you what is the problem. I am telling you what is the solution to resolve that problem. No faculty will spend this much time for a course. No faculty will give option to ask the doubts. No faculty will give the assignment for you. No faculty will check your assignment. No faculty will resolve your problem in the practice. After doing these many things also, these people are not realizing. They are not completing the assignment. Somebody saying that I am having office work. Somebody saying that my health is not good. Somebody saying that I am traveling. Somebody saying that I am busy. If you are busy, then whose problem it is? Don't you have 1 hour of time in a day? Whenever you are joining the course only, I told that assignments will be there. You have to practice minimum 3 to 4 hours a day. At that time you agreed, then you joined for the course. Now you guys are saying that I am not completed. I am not doing that because I don't have time. What is this? I'm not asking about only that person. I'm talking about entire batch. If I scold, then you will put a negative comments on the Google. If you put a negative comment, I don't lose anything, nothing, no problem. 1,000 good feedbacks are there. Out of 1,000, 1 or 2 negative feedbacks will be there. That doesn't impact our institute. You need to have a common sense. Why I am scolding? Why I am spending this much time? Why I am telling you the complete requirement? Why I am asking you to develop on your own? You need to get that coding experience. You need to understand how the task will come in the real time. How you need to think like a real time developer. If you go for other institute, faculty will teach everything. Faculty will write everything. Course will be completed. After course completion, nothing you will understand. Tomorrow when you go for company, everything will be new. How to understand the requirement, how to analyze the requirement, how to become an independent programmer. You will struggle in the company. If I don't give these assignments, if I don't ask you to do this coding on your own, course will complete very smooth. You will also feel very happy. Arey, Ashok sir developing everything in the class, is giving the source code, very happy, is very good faculty. Once you join in the company, then you will scold me. Kuch bhi nahi bataya. We are not able to understand anything. He completed the course by taking 7,000 rupees. I'm not able to write the code. I'm not able to understand the requirement. You will scold me once you joined in the job. If you are not able to develop the code. That is the reason now only I am giving the pressure for you. How the company people will give the pressure in the project, same pressure I am giving you in the course. So that you will realize how to handle that stress, how to practice it, how to do it on your own. and what kind of problems you are going to get at the time of practice, at the time of coding. That you guys are not realizing. Asking, please share the source code, please develop everything in the class. When you will realize the importance of this coding, guys? That is what my concern. I'm not pointing anybody. I'm talking about all the people who are belongs to this batch. So many people informed me that such people are asking to share the source code. What is the use of that? Why you want to take the other developer code? When you will do that coding, when your batch people are able to do the code, you are belongs to the same batch, they are also belongs to the same batch. Whatever I have explained to you, I have explained the same thing to them also. They are able to do it, you are not able to do it. That means you need to realize that. What is the problem? Why are you, when your friend, when your classmate is able to do it, why you are not able to do it? Am I taking any special classes for them? Same class, everybody attending the same session, same notes, same requirement. When one person is able to do, why you are not able to do? There is some problem, you have to fix that problem. You need to improve that area. You need to improve yourself in that area. Arey, that guy is able to write the code, why I am not able to? What is the problem? You need to identify that and you need to figure out that problem. You need to improve your skill set to write that code. Whatever the EDAP that is given, it is also not complex. When it compared with the real-time project scenarios, that is also LKG standard. When you compare with the real requirements in the company. But when it comes to our training, this EDAPI is a little complex. Because you don't have exposure on the real time. That's why you are feeling it as a complex. When you feel it as a complex, you need to take it as a challenge and you need to complete it. You need to prove that yes, I am capable for doing the coding in the real-time project. That is the reason I am giving the time. I am checking the assignments. I am clarifying your doubts. If I do the code, within 1 hour code will complete. कुछ फायदा नहीं होता आपको. There is no use if I do that coding. If I will do it, that's not a big deal for me. That is not new for me. Whatever I have implemented in the previous batches, same thing, same API, same requirement. If you want, I can execute the previous batch code. But I'm not doing that. I'm giving time for you to do it on your own. I'm giving time for you to think. I want to change your thought process, guys. But some people are not realizing that. If you don't take it seriously, definitely you will struggle in the company once you join in the company. Because every day new requirement will come in the company. Nobody will help you. Everybody will be busy. Everybody is busy. Whatever the task you get, other developer will not get the same task to ask the source code. Your requirement is different, other developer requirement is different. They have 8 hours work, you have 8 hours work. If you ask for the help also, some people will do, some people will not do based on their availability. If they have full work, then definitely they can't help you. If you have full work, definitely you can't help others. Always you need to have that thought process to do it on your own. For that I'm struggling. For that our course is taking 4 months, 5 months of time. If I don't give you this pressure, if I don't give this assignment, definitely course will complete within 3.5 months. If I don't bother about your career, course can complete within 3.5 months. Why should I give the assignment? Why should I check the assignment? Why should I give the time? Why should I cancel the classes? I'm not going to get any benefit. If the course duration increases, you are not paying the fees for second time. If I check your assignment, you are not paying the fees for second time. If the course is delayed, that is a loss for me. If I cancel the classes, that is a loss for me. Duration is increasing. My next batch will delay. You have to understand it. And you have to take it seriously. The people who are saying that I don't have a time, that is one kahani to escape. You have time to eat. Then why don't you have time to practice? 24 hours. Can't you spend 1 hour for practice? When you don't have a time for practice, how are you attending the classes? What is the use of attending the classes? When you don't have a time, how you are eating, how you are sleeping? Within 24 hours. Now, did I give only 24 hours for this project? For ED API? 78 hours I have given. 3 days. Within 78 hours of time, don't you have 1 hour time to do this analysis and to do the coding? At least you try. You may not be able to complete, that's not a problem, but where is your effort? If I want to help you, there should be some effort from your side also, right? If you do something, if you stuck up somewhere, then I will tell you how to resolve it. If you don't start it, then what I can do? I can't do anything. There should be some effort from your side. Then I can help you to complete that task. That is how you need to become a good programmer. It is not a regular core Java to teach you array list AL is equal to new array list, object will be created, memory will be allocated, store the data, AL.add, AL.remove. It is not a core Java class to teach you Java programming. It is a project. I am here to tell you how the things will work in the real time. I'm not teaching you subject. I'm teaching you project. Project means my effort should be only 30%. Your effort should be 70%. But you are asking me to keep my 100%. If I keep my 100%, then I will learn the programming, not you. If you keep your effort, if you do that analysis, if you do that code, if you face that problem, that means you are learning. If you are facing the problems in the coding means you are learning the things. If you don't start that coding, then how you will get the problem? How you will think it? When you will realize, man? You just check with your friends who are working in the industry. Will the people help in the project or people will not help in the project for your coding? Definitely people will not help for coding. People will help you to explain the requirement. If you have any doubt in the requirement, people will tell you the requirement. But nobody will come to your laptop to write the code. You have to write it on your own. How many days of time I have given for ED? There are so many people in this batch now, if I ask the people, 90% of the people will say I have not completed. Some people tell reason, I have missed last few classes. Some people will say, मेरा sister marriage, मेरा brother marriage, so I have not attended. Some people will say, मेरा तबीयत ठीक नहीं था, I am not feeling well. Some people will say, I have recently joined in the job. Some people will say, I don't have time. These are the reasons I am going to get. If I ask the people now. Am I correct? Am I going to get the same reasons or not? Yesterday also I got the same reasons. Day before yesterday also I got the same reasons. Today also I am going to get the same reasons. I am not well. I got new job. I recently joined in the company. मेरा family का function था. I am busy. I don't have time. I am traveling. I joined from mobile. These are the things you are going to tell. These all are the reasons to escape. If you take it seriously, these reasons will not come. If you take it seriously, if you realize that it is important to complete this coding, you will find at least 1 hour of time. In the 3 days, I have given 3 days, 24 into 3. You don't have 1 hour of time to complete this. That shows how really serious you are about this course. How much interest you have to complete this. You are depending for everything. You are being dependent for everything. Arey, SAR is there. We paid 7,000. SAR will do it. If SAR don't do it, we will write a negative review. SAR is not doing the coding. Card operations. First mini project I have done the live coding. Second mini project I have done the live coding. Third mini project I have done the live coding. And AR API I have done the live coding. SSA Web API I have done the live coding. 6 APIs I have implemented. I told you how to implement. Still you are not able to implement. What you learnt from my implementation? I have done the 6 APIs. I have implemented 6 APIs. I told you how to implement API. I have not just written the code. I told you how to analyze. I told you how to write it. I told you how to deploy. I told you how to test it. What you learnt from that? What are the lessons you learnt? SAR is able to do, but you are not able to do. Where is your improvement? Where is your improvement? What you have learnt from this? What you learnt from this 4 months of time? How I implemented all the 5 APIs, I will implement this API also. क्या फायदा है भाई? What is the use? batch is not to improve my coding skill. This batch is to improve your coding skills. How you will survive in the company tomorrow if you don't learn this coding, if you don't learn this analysis? How you will survive in the company? Do you think that your colleagues will help you? Colleagues will help you 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 1 month. After that, if you are keep on asking the questions, if you keep on asking the help from your colleagues will complain to your manager. This Raju is asking the help every day, he is wasting my time. Then your manager will call you, will remove you from the project because you are asking everything. You are depending on someone. You are wasting. You are not doing your work, and you are wasting other developer time also. That is how they are going to calculate your performance. That is how they are going to measure your performance. Suppose if you have a friend called Ramesh, your name is Suresh, your friend is Ramesh. You are asking your Ramesh, hey Ramesh, what is this? How to write the code? How to write the code every day? 1 week you ask continuously. 7th day, next week, he will complain to manager. Hey manager, Suresh is keep on asking the doubts. He is wasting my time. He is not allowing me to do my coding. He is wasting my time. He is asking everything. Then manager will realize that you don't have a coding skill. Manager will remove you from the project. You will lose your job. Help means once in a week you can ask. If you ask every day, that means you are wasting other developer time. That will impact your performance. People will complain like that. People will complain like that in the industry. Because it is a competition world. It is a competition world. Everybody will have a competition in the project. For hikes, for promotions, for on-site opportunities, a lot of competition will be there in the IT. If you are not doing well, definitely they will blame you. They will make you zero in the project. Then you will not get the hike. You will not get the promotion. Maybe you will lose the job also. If you are asking someone's help every day. That is the reason I am forcing you guys to analyze, think, do it. Because we have seen all these problems in our career. We are not just teaching, we are working. I have learned these all things in the company. In the initial days, I have struggled a lot because nobody told me that I have to analyze the requirement before coding. When I joined in the company for first time, I am sharing all my experience here. Whatever the problems I have faced in the company in my initial stages as a developer, I don't want you to face that problem. That's why I have designed this JRTP course like this, giving the requirement, analyzing, thinking, doing, testing, solving your problems. Why? Because I struggled with all these things in the starting stage of my career as a Java programmer. At that time, I don't know what is analysis. I don't know how to write a method, what method parameter I need to take, what method return type I need to take, I don't know at that time. Now, slowly I learnt all those things. Now, if you give me any requirement, within 1 hour, I can analyze, I can design the classes, I can design the methods. That comes with experience. That is the maturity I got. I am trying to give you that kind of maturity for you, but you people are not ready to take it. You are pinging other developers, please share your source code. Kya karega? Will it help you? If you take the source code of the other developer, will it help you? Today it will help. You can complete the code. You can execute the program. Tomorrow, you cannot do it because you are copying the code of other developer. You don't have that thought process. You don't have that capability to do it on your own. That's why you send the message to your group members to share the source code. Do you know why I will not enable the chat in the Telegram? This is the reason. People will send the message to other people. Please share your code. Yesterday, 4 to 5 people told me, sir, our team members are asking the source code. I got that message in the Telegram. People told me, sir, 19 JRTP, other students are asking me to share the source code. Some people told me that. I don't want to name them. You are behaving like a kids. It's not like you are doing a project. You are learning core Java. You are behaving like that. How many days I need to take these kind of motivation classes, man? How many days I need to scold you? When we want to complete this course, is there any end for this course? When you will grow up, when you will become an independent programmer, when you will realize that coding means that you have to do it on your own. We came to end of the course. Within 10 days our batch is going to complete. Now also you are asking the people to share the source code. I don't have words to scold you also, man. I'm sorry. You have to realize why I'm spending this much time with you. If I don't bother about your career, I could have completed this course within 3.5 months of time. I no need to give these kind of assignments. I no need to check your assignment. I no need to solve your problem. ED API. To be frank, within 1 hour I can complete that ED API. But 3 days we have wasted for that. The reason? You will learn. I'm hoping that you will learn. You will do. You will do. You will learn. You will grow up. You will get that maturity. But still, there is no use. At the end, you are proving that I'm wasting my time. Instead of giving this assignment, if I develop this API, you will feel very happy. Because sir completed the coding. Today you will feel happy because I will do the code. It will run because my analysis will be there, my thought process will be there. I will analyze, I will code it, I will test it, I will show you output. Then you will feel very happy. Yes, output is coming. Tomorrow, when you get the same kind of requirement in the company, then you will cry. Arey, sir has taken 7,000 ra. He taken 4 months of time, but I am not able to code now. You will realize that once you joined in the project, when you get the requirement in the project. I don't want my students to struggle like that. That is the reason I am giving this much time, I am spending this much time here. Please realize. Sai Baba, did you complete your ED API? Mr. Sai Baba, can you unmute your mic? Did you complete your ED API?
Yes, sir.
Can you share your screen?
No, sir. Currently, I didn't complete it.
Why?
Yeah, sir, due to environment change, I got few from 3 days. I've been paid only. I'm listening the class and I'm sleeping only, sir.
Rajashekar P. Mr. Rajashekar, did you complete this ED module? Rajashekar P. Can you unmute your mic? Rajashekar P. Can you unmute your mic? Hello Rajashekar. Ravi T. Can you unmute your mic? Mr. Ravi. People will not respond when I call the name. See how the people are there. Ravi T. Yes sir, I can hear you. Did you complete ED?
The condition part is remaining. I have implemented some condition for some plan and some conditions are still.
Okay. When you will complete? Why are you taking this much time? Why is the 3 days not sufficient to complete that API?
No sir, actually yesterday I completed the DD part. Day before yesterday I was not sick.
It's your wish, man.
Sir, I have one doubt in that.
Yeah. When you have doubt, why are you waiting? Why don't you type in the Telegram? When you have a doubt, we have a chat option, na?
Yes,
What is your doubt?
Sir, when in a registration model, when we register, at that time we do not take a case number, right? So all the the subscriber detail we are putting into the table where case number is not present. So how we can map the case number with the holder detail or subscriber detail?
Whenever you create the application registration number is generated, right? That is the case number. When you
Okay,
implement
okay.
AR API, that case number is generated, that application number is generated, that application number we are calling as a case number.
Okay, that's the question. Okay, got it, sir.
Vaibhav, Vaibhav Belkude, did you complete your API? ED API? Vaibhav Belkude. Sudhir Bosale. Sudhir Bosale, did you complete your API? Sudhir Bosale, can you unmute your mic? If they don't do, then they will not respond. Sanjeev Kumar.
Hello?
Yes, Sanjeev, did you complete it?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, hi Sanjeev. Share your screen. As I am asking the people to share, they are leaving the meeting. Yes, Sanjeev, share your screen.
Hello?
Yeah, hi Sanjeev.
Sir, are you able to see my?
Yes, I can see. Okay. So you are taking case number as the input and you are returning plan data. Okay. Where is your service IMPL?
Yes.
Okay, find by the case number. Yeah, scroll down. You are getting the case number. Find plan by case number, plan name. Once you got the plan data, save.
I can do this method.
Where are the conditions you are checking? Okay, plan name, then you are checking the conditions. CCAP plan conditions you are checking. Okay, fine, good. If it is Medicaid, if it is Medicare, yes, right. Yeah, test it. Snap approved, start date, end date, amount, denial reason. Very good. Fine.
I have a doubt, sir. If I again, if this such this, page number, then it will save again. तो फिर क्या करना पड़ेगा इसके लिए? इसके वैलिडेट लगाना पड़ेगा सर.
या वैलिडेट लगाना पड़ेगा.
हाँ. That's fine. वर्क कर रहा है ना सर?
Yes. Yes. Yep. Good job, Sanjeev. You have done this. So, Sanjeev, what is your confidence level now?
प्रॉब्लम मेरे साथ प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आप मुझे कोई भी रिक्वायरमेंट देंगे मैं उससे वाइस में कर दूंगा, बट मेरे प्रॉब्लम आती है कॉन्सेप्ट में. कॉन्सेप्ट को मैं इसको एक्सप्लेन करने में शुरुआत की।
So you are able to do the coding, but you are not able to explain.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now, so is there any difference that you observed in your coding skills?
पहले तो बेटर हो गया है सर,
Better हो गया?
बेटर हो गया क्योंकि वो अब मैं खुद से करता हूँ टास्क उससे, तो मैं टास्क मिल जाता है, मतलब उसको मैं फिर सोचने लगता हूँ, तो माइंड में मेरा बैक ऑफ द माइंड ये सारी चीजें चलती रहती हैं।
ठीक है, गुड।
ठीक है सर, मेरे एक क्वेश्चन था सर, जैसे कि एक्चुअल में रियल इंडस्ट्री में जैसे एज पर इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड, सपोज दैट हमने एक मॉड्यूल बना लिया, तो उसकी एक यूनिट टेस्टिंग करेंगे या एक्सेप्शन हैंडलिंग कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करेंगे यहाँ पर एक मॉड्यूल के अंदर।
ओके,
तो वो अभी हम लोग कर नहीं रहे हैं।
या हम करते हैं सर, पहले एक प्रोजेक्ट, हमारा पूरा प्रोजेक्ट बने तो देन वी कैन डू।
सर लॉगिंग है जो हम, सर मैं एक डाउट होता सर, इस हम प्रोजेक्ट को लाइव ले जाएंगे क्या?
या लाइव में जाएंगे,
जैसे डॉकर जेनकिंस यूज करके।
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
ओके सर, यही डाउट था।
पहले आप लोग ये पूरा सर्विसेज खत्म करें तो देन आई विल टेल यू द रिमेनिंग स्टफ।
ओके सर, मैं टोटली एसबीए में सर स्टूडेंट था, तो वहाँ पर जितने आपके कॉन्सेप्ट आपने पढ़ाए थे वो मतलब वो बैच में मैं पढ़ा हूँ, मेरे सारे मतलब कॉन्सेप्ट तो बहुत क्लियर हो चुके हैं माइक्रोसॉफ्ट से, क्योंकि मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप जो भी हमने कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़े हैं तो एटलीस्ट हम सारे कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करेंगे प्रोजेक्ट के अंदर।
यस,
ओके सर।
good. Good job, Sanjeev. You have did it. Yeah, so all your APIs are ready, right? So today you have the task to configure that cloud database in all your APIs.
I will do that.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Aniket Kumar, what is the doubt you have? Hi, Aniket Kumar. Yeah, hi, Aniket. Very good morning.
Sir, just I want to show you my code. It's right or not?
Is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, I will check it 1 second. Aniket, how much time it took for you to complete it?
It's my startup career in IT, so it took 4 to 5 hours to study.
Yeah, that's fine. So now what is your